With 2 months left in the year, sadly, K-pop 2022 is coming to an end.
할머니가 좀 가수 되는 걸로.
But don't be too sad because, as per usual, the hype for the year-end K-pop award shows is only getting started. Especially this year, people are excited like never before. Because for the first time in a long time, awards like Song of the Year, Artist of the Year, Album of the Year are not as predictable. And even then, despite these three awards being unpredictable, people are most excited not for Album of the Year, not for Artist of the Year, not for Song of the Year, but for Rookie of the Year?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, I know. What? But listen though, I understand because this year we have not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 legitimate contenders for Rookie of the Year. IVE, kpop, BILLIE, NMIXX, LESSERAFIM, and finally, New Jeans. And you may be wondering, where are the boy groups? Well, for this year, they're non-existent. Shit. Nowhere to be seen. Gone. Like Rose. But yeah, back to the video. As we can see, the competition for this year's Rookie of the Year is crazy. No wonder people are most excited about this award. It's exciting, it's competitive, it's unpredictable, and with 2 months left in the year, people are still asking the question, who's going to win? That's why in today's video, I will predict exactly that, the winner of this year's Rookie of the Year. So without wasting your time, let's get to it. Before we get into my predictions, first we have to know who are the top contenders. And based on the public's opinion, this year's top contenders for Rookie of the Year are IVE and New Jeans. Yep, that's right, the survival show group that usually always win is not even a top contender. The group from the Big Three. Actually, fuck that. The girl group from JYP is not a top. So yeah, based on the public's opinion, IVE and New Jeans are the top 2 contenders this year. And you know, I think we can all agree on that. But for me, there's one more group that I think people are underestimating a little bit too much, and that is LESSERAFIM. Listen, they're having a comeback in a few days. You never know. You know, anything can happen. The thing is, a group like LESSERAFIM, with the likes of Sakura and Chanwon, are very capable of pulling a big surprise. So, you know, just keep an eye on them, alright? But yeah, basically in this video, I'll be ranking the top 2 contenders, being IVE and New Jeans, in 5 different categories to help me decide who's going to be K-pop's Rookie of the Year 2022. So first, let me explain the ranking system I will use in this video. Okay, so the ranking system I will use in today's video is really simple. As I said, I will rank them in 5 different categories. And the first one is numbers. Basically, this one is all about numbers. The physical sales, digital sales, chart numbers, everything that has got to do with numbers will be considered. And then the second one, we have fan voting. Basically, this one is all about their fan base voting power. It's not necessarily about who got the most fans, but more about who got the most cult-like, boy groups like type of fans, you know what I'm saying? And then the third one, we have pure impact. Basically, this one is all about their pure impact both in Korea and internationally. And when I say pure impact, I mean pure impact. The fourth one is pure quality. Basically, this one is all about their music quality, and I'm seeing this from the eyes of music experts. And then the last but not least is connections. This one is basically all about nepotism. I'm being dead ass.
Nepotism.
And obviously, as we all know, in K-pop there are so many year-end award shows out there, it gets a bit confusing. So for this video, to make it simple, I will only use 3 award shows in my final prediction: Mama, AAA, and GCMA. Why them? Well, because it's perfect for the video, okay? Mama is there for the
Nepotism.
GCMA is there for the artistic aspect, and finally AAA is there because they're probably the most reliable one. So yeah, by the end of this video, we will see the winner of each award. And with all that being said, I'm actually excited. So let's get to it. Okay, so the most important numbers we need to look at for Rookie of the Year are album sales, digital sales, and finally Korean charts. So let's see. Okay, first off we have IVE, and in terms of numbers, I think we all pretty much know by now that they are pretty crazy, okay? With over 2.4 million album sales, I don't know how, but somehow they managed to just improve and improve and improve every comeback. From 400k to 700k to now 1.2 million. Damn. Digitally, they're also doing exceptionally well with over 1.3 billion digital points on the Circle digital chart. Currently, IVE has the most digital points out of all the rookie groups out there. And in terms of chart, it's pretty much the same story. 11, their debut single, debuted at number 96 on the Gone digital chart and later on peaked at number 2. Love Dive, their second single, debuted at number 9 and peaked at number 1. And finally, Afterlife, their latest ever single, debuted at number 3 and peaked at number 1. Moving on, we have New Jeans, and despite their very controversial debut, the numbers they've managed to reach with just their debut are literally all unprecedented. With a total of 548,100 album sales, they're still the first ever newly debuted girl group to sell that amount. Digitally, they're also killing it. With over 520 million digital points on the Circle digital chart, they currently have the second highest digital points out of all the rookie groups out there. And in terms of charts, I mean, I don't really need to explain, but I'm going to for the sake of this video. Attention, their first song debuted at number 2 on the Gone digital chart and later on peaked at number 1. Hype Boy, their second song, peaked at number 3. Cookie, their third song, peaked at number 9. And finally, Hurt, their fourth song, peaked at number 85. Okay, so as we can see, in terms of numbers, these two groups are on a whole different level compared to the other rookie groups. No question about that. But who's better? Right? Well, if you have eyes, if you have a brain, you don't really need a calculator to know that in terms of numbers, IVE is currently levels above New Jeans. And the obvious reason for that is because IVE has a huge advantage in terms of they debuted December last year with 2 comebacks already, while New Jeans literally debuted yesterday with no comebacks yet. So, you know, it's not really a fair comparison, is it? The only reason I can think of why New Jeans might be technically better in terms of numbers is because of recency bias. If you don't know, most of these K-pop award shows have recency bias, and obviously in terms of recently, New Jeans numbers are better. But the thing is, it's not far better. IVE recently with Afterlife also did extremely well, so yeah, I don't really see how people can argue New Jeans versus IVE in terms of numbers. It's clearly IVE. Plus, most of these K-pop award shows will be held in November or December, so unless New Jeans doing the comeback this month or next month, which is pretty much impossible, in terms of numbers, IVE is currently miles ahead of New Jeans. Okay, so this one is interesting because if the question is who has more fans, then the answer would obviously be IVE, right? But if the question is who has more loyal fans that will actually do anything and everything for the group, then I personally think the answer would be New Jeans. Why? Because the New Jeans, their fan base, have went through it all. As we all know, New Jeans is a group full of controversy, from their CEO Min Hee-jin being an alleged P-word, to their very problematic lyrics in Cookie, to their problematic music videos, to their members being really young. Normally, all these things would be the end for most K-pop debut groups. But not for New Jeans, I guess, because despite all of that, somehow their debut still managed to be the most successful one this year. I mean, fucking up, arguably their debut was one of the most successful debut ever. What I'm trying to say is, despite all of the controversy, they still gain a lot of fans. And a lot of those fans, I can confidently say, are loyal because, again, they went through it all together. I mean, some people are still saying if you stan New Jeans, you're problematic. So, you know, despite all the backlash they're getting for simply standing a group, despite all of the controversies being put right in front of their faces, but they still decided to stand New Jeans, only tells me one thing. They love New Jeans. Like, love New Jeans. Also, other than that, I think New Jeans fans just simply want it more. They have that hunger in them. They want to prove the haters wrong. They want to prove the doubters wrong. And finally, on top of that, Koreans love them. The general public, loves them. So basically, they have a loyal, madly in love fan base, and they have the backing of the general public. Bruh, that's the ultimate package in terms of fan voting. Meanwhile, with IVE, the problem with them is their fan base has never been tested for real. IVE is a group full of rainbows. So far, they still haven't released a bad song. They never really went under any noticeable controversy at all. So I'm just saying, right now, yes, they have a lot of fans. But, will those fans still be there when IVE releases a bad song? Will they still be there when IVE is under a big controversy? But most importantly, will they vote? Probably not. Because a lot of them, not most, but a lot of them, in my opinion, are just there for the moment. So yeah, if fan voting is applied, then in my opinion, that would definitely be an advantage for New Jeans. Not necessarily a big one, but definitely an advantage for sure. Okay, so what do I mean by pure impact? Well, simple. It's all about which group got everybody singing their songs, which group got everybody dancing to their choreographies, which group really left a mark in the industry, in K-pop history. And between New Jeans or IVE, personally, I think in terms of pure impact, I have to give it to New Jeans. Look, no disrespect to IVE, obviously. IVE done their thing, right? But let's be honest here, right? IVE's debut was nowhere near as impactful as New Jeans' debut. IVE's first comeback was not as impactful as New Jeans' debut. IVE's latest comeback is not as impactful as New Jeans' debut. Bro, New Jeans' debut is literally one of the most successful and surprising debuts in K-pop history. This is a group that came out of nowhere. No one expected New Jeans to debut, but they did. And thank God they did. I mean, everything about them is just so refreshing. It's like they came in to reset the whole industry, to change the whole formula. Their concept is so different. Their whole vibe is just so happy and lively. Their songs are so different. I mean, they have 4 top tracks, bro. 4 top. Who does that? You feel me? Their visuals are reminding people of second-gen idols. Their outfit are so different. Their music videos, their content is just all different. Everything about them is just so refreshing and different. They're literally the perfect example of something we didn't ask for, but turns out to be something that we really need. If New Jeans didn't debut, I don't know, man. 2022 K-pop would not be as memorable. And also, on top of that, did you see the amount of K-pop idols who was listening to their songs, uploading it to their story, dancing to their choreographies? And most of these idols are not even from the same company, and they still show more love to New Jeans than they do to their own juniors. It's crazy out here, man. What the fuck? Their songs are on everybody's playlist. Even the ones hating will still admit their songs are good. The mix of controversy, quality, freshness, differentness, and that surprise element makes their debut a complete masterpiece. New Jeans' debut will definitely go down in K-pop history as one of the most impactful debut in K-pop. Argue with the wall. Alright, this one is hard because they both have an amazing discography. They both have Song of the Years in their discography. And in terms of whose music is better, I can't really pick, because for me, Afterlight is at the same level as Hype Boy. Love Dive is at the same level as Attention. Cookie might be better than 11, but if I have to pick one, then it has to be IVE. Yeah, for me, it will be pretty disrespectful if I pick New Jeans, because even though I don't know nothing about music or what makes a quality song, if a song sounds good, then for me that is a quality song. But obviously we have to see this from a music expert point of view, and I just have a feeling, I just have a feeling that the music experts will take songs like Afterlife, Love Dive 11 as the more quality rather than Hype or Attention or Cookie or Hurt. But then again, I don't really know. What I know for sure though is that 1, IVE's discography is more in depth as they have more songs. 2, all of their songs so far are quality. They don't have a bad song. And finally, they've proven to everybody that they're not a fluke. In terms of music quality, they keep improving and improving and improving. So yeah. See? I'm being dead ass. Let's discuss this. Okay, so as we all know, IVE is under Starship and New Jeans is under Hype/Adore. So let's start with Starship Entertainment. Okay, Starship's relationship with Mnet started off in good terms when they both worked together to form the group Monsta X through the survival show No Mercy. After that, they pretty much became best friends when Starship gave Mnet Jang Won-young and An Yoo-jin, who became 2 of the main contributors in IZ*ONE's success. But then after that, it went pretty south when Starship rejected the offer from Mnet to put Monsta X on the TV show Kingdom. After that, on the same year, on March 30th around 3 p.m, Mnet announced on its official SNS that WJSN will appear in M Countdown, which will air at 6 p.m. on April 1st. However, they suddenly released a new trailer without the girl group in about 6 hours, raising questions. Because of that, rumors started to spread as people speculate Mnet for power tripping over Starship Entertainment after rejecting offers for Monsta X to appear in Kingdom. Since then, it was noted that Jung Seun and Gravity, artists of Starship, didn't appear in M Countdown. As of today, their relationship is pretty unclear, okay? It's pretty questionable. We don't really know. Because recently, WJSN won the Mnet show Kingdom. IVE is being fairly treated, I think. So, who knows? Moving on, we have Hype, and honestly, I don't know much about their relationship, but considering the fact that they have been working together in the past and still is working together in making the Island series, then for now, at least, they must be on good terms. So yeah. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. The reason why you probably clicked on this video. The actual and final prediction. Who's going to be K-pop's Rookie of the Year 2022? Okay, so I'm just gonna go through it real quick. Alright, so listen up. Alright, GCMA, IVE, AAA, IVE, Mama. If there's no fan voting, IVE. If there's fan voting, IVE. I'm dead. Now be serious. GCMA will go to IVE because the numbers, just look at the numbers, alright. And then AAA will go to IVE because I just have a feeling. Mama, if there's fan voting, I deadass think it will be New Jeans. If there's no fan voting, Kepler. Nepotism. But then again, it doesn't really fucking matter because they're probably gonna give it to IVE and New Jeans. So yeah, you may wonder what's the point of making this video then. Well, there's actually none. Yeah, there's no point of you watching this, me talking right now. Why are you even still here? I don't fucking know. Joke's on you. IVE and New Jeans will be the rookie of the year. So thank you for watching though. Bye.
제가 실장으로 들었는데
Nepotism.